Hey everybody, I'm at the bivouac. I'm doing an overnighter and do a couple of fun things, as I usually do. And the bivouac is no worse for wear. As usual, it's pretty good. Remember a few videos ago I said that the native band was going to be building a log road. Well, they built it, so my truck is literally, I don't know, 150 yards away, which I guess is handy, but there's no gate, so people are going to be able to get at least to where my truck is. Hopefully my truck's going to be okay. But stream's pretty good, as you can see. We have water, good to go. Skunkweed's really growing. We have all sorts of vegetation here right now. All of the stinging nettle, that's all in full bloom, of course. And there is a very large amount of salmon berries. Here, I'll just walk over here, just as I'm saying. These are all salmon berries. And they're really good, really tasty. They don't last long. The birds and the deer and all those guys, the elk, they all love it, and it doesn't last long. But they're everywhere. There's just salmon berries everywhere. So I might harvest some of those. Brought the 26-liter VanQuest pack, and I just brought my blow-up mattress, my sleeping bag, and this is my combat sweater. This is the only things that are on the outside. I was able to get everything on the inside, including my Mount Benson beer and my steak. So that's kind of interesting, because the other one I had to carry a bag in, and I wasn't able to fit everything in. So I was actually able to fit everything in here that I normally do. I brought an extra thing of water. I wasn't sure how the pond was going to be, so I got one of these, and the Grail full of water. So I actually have enough water for the night if the stream had been dry. It wasn't dry till about the end of August, beginning of September last year. So I mean, I didn't anticipate it, but you don't want to come out here and have no water. That would blow. Got the SKS loaded and ready to go. No sign of wildlife. It's very hot in the season, and they just basically stay away from areas like this in this time of year. So I'm gonna get myself situated, and I'm gonna start doing stuff, and just cool down a little bit, because it's a bit of a hike in here. Even though the truck's halfway now, it's still a bit of a hike. Okay, I'm gonna do my unpacking. If you don't want to watch this, just fast forward. Some people are interested in what I bring, even though it's pretty much the same thing each time. And this will show how it fits in the VanQuest as well, so be pretty good. So on the side pockets, got the off, got the sleeping bag, or the pillow, extra pillow possibility, and my spices. Other side, got my electronics, silky saw, long underwear, and that's it for that. I got Gorilla Tape given to me by Trevor. He gave that to me as a present. It's kind of cool. Alright, so as I said, I can fit all of my Mount Benson beer in here, which is kind of crazy. I got a sewing kit. Let's take the steak out. The usual ribeye steak. I got a mask for smoke. That's just an in-case thing. And more ammunition. I'll show you what this is for later. And that's it for that. Up here, I have all-in-one fire starter. Of course, some pocket heaters. All of my illumination, and an extra bandage. This is a blow-up seat, towel, and soap. This is going to be for another surprise later. First aid kit, my carnation milk, of course. More illumination, a pack of cards that has to do with navigation, which is kind of neat. Some more toilet paper, jute twine, my kettle, of course, 2 things of spoons, plates. I have my cutting board. These are extra rations. I just brought 3 days instead of 6 or so. My glove, more toilet paper, some wipes stolen from Montana's. This is the Shemog, and my 2 canisters. This is full of food as well, so I guess I had to have 6 days. I forgot I had that. And my my stove. And that's pretty much everything in the pack. She's empty. And of course I have my sleeping bag and my my mat there. So that's pretty much everything I brought. It's all in a mess right now, but I just wanted to show you in case you guys are new and haven't seen what I bring. That's the stuff that I brought. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, I was able to fit, like I said, everything including the food and the alcohol in the pack, no problem. The only thing I had on the outside of the pack was my sleeping bag, my combat sweater, and my sleeping bag, combat sweater, and blow up mat. So that's really good for a 26 liter. This is everything I need. If I didn't bring the beer, I could have brought another 4 or 5 days worth of rations if I needed to. So yeah. Okay, I decided to pick some of these salmon berries. I've been picking for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I already have this much. And if you can take a look, I can't get much further, but if I needed to, I could. All the salmon berries, and they just keep going on. This whole brush. I'd have to bushwhack a little bit more and stuff, but that's about as far as I needed to go to get a whole pot full of these things. And yeah, they're going to be pretty yummy. I'll have them for supper. And yeah, there's so much vegetation here right now. This is the time when the Alone show should be on Vancouver Island, not in the wintertime when there is no food at all. Because it'd be interesting to see them forage for the stuff on Vancouver Island, because this time of year there's a lot of food. There's definitely a few mosquitoes here. I'm going to put this tripod on this thing. There's definitely a few mosquitoes here. I have the Promethean jacket I'll wear if I need to. But I'm also using the other military insecticide stuff from 3M, also military. And the Survival Russia, when he does his videos in the summertime, I don't know if you guys have seen it, the amount of mosquitoes is just mind-boggling. Like the couple here is like nothing compared to this guy's. And he made this this hat rig, which I thought was really interesting. So as you know, with this cap, I have it so that it lights up, right? You're aware of that. Oops, sorry. You're aware that it lights up. And then of course I've also put on a little hole here so that the flashlight just fits in, and there's a light there. You guys saw that last video. And I thought, why don't I make something so the back of my neck doesn't get eaten by mosquitoes, so I don't put as much insecticide. So what I did is I put a couple of pieces of Velcro on the back. This is quite the multi-purpose hat. And I got this piece here that has Velcro on it as well. And what's nice is I can just put this on if need be. Takes a couple seconds and that's it. And that way my neck is covered and I don't have to worry about the mosquitoes behind. And it just goes on with Velcro, and really easy to have on, and covers a fairly large amount of my body. I'm wearing 2 shirts, although it's hot out. I'm wearing my Under Armour shirt and my this shirt that I always wear. So the mosquitoes are going to have a hard time getting in. But say I was only wearing a t-shirt, it'd be nice to have my shoulders and my upper back and my neck covered. And it's just a piece of what do you call this stuff? Burlap. You can get it at Walmart actually already camouflaged, which is kind of cool. And I just put Gorilla Tape here and Gorilla Tape here so to keep it together. And then on the other side of the Gorilla Tape I used Velcro and Velcro to the hat. Now I just used like dollar store Velcro. So what I did is I sewed this side and this side and this side and this side so that it wouldn't come off the hat. And I don't need to do that with this because the Velcro is right on the Gorilla Tape and that adheres really good. Although I did put crazy glue here, along here, and here, just for the heck of it, but I probably didn't have to. So really a no-cost option, especially if you have access to burlap for burlap potatoes and stuff. And this is about, I would say, 1.5 feet by probably 1.5 feet, and I tapered it out so that it's the same size as the back of the hat, and then goes as long as I can. You don't have to have the tape on the bottom, but I thought it would just last longer if I did that. And then when I put the Velcro on, I just put one piece and then I cut it on either side here so I can adjust my hat. Not that I ever do, but just in case I needed to. So, yeah, another way of keeping the insects off. Thank you, Survival Russia. I thought that was a fantastic idea. His is a little bit different, but great idea to keep the insects off the back. I might even wear that later on if it starts to get really bad with mosquitoes. Well guys, I'm going to attempt for the first time to do a bow drill fire. So, seeing as it's my first time, I brought a couple of things from home. Don't judge me. So, I made this just now, and this is from Northwest Primate YouTube channel. I'm going to try doing it on a Y. It just makes a hook, and I think that's a really neat idea. I got my bird's nest. I brought this from home, which is it's a stand for like a rock, but I'm going to use this for my my hand part. I have the bow drill thingy, and I brought some cord with me, and I made this. I think that'll be just about right. So I'm going to set everything up, and then I'm going to give it a shot, and I'll take you guys with me and see how well or how poorly I do. Okay, so I burnt it in, made the notch a little bigger. While I was doing it, I found that this here is not very deep, and I might have to change my piece, but I was able to get some smoke, so we're going to try it. So I'm going to go real time here. This could take a while, so bear with me. We can skip forward if you don't want to watch. This is my first time doing this, so hopefully you guys can see. Oh, I need a little piece of something to put the ember on. There we go. That's probably not big enough, but all right. Have I got an ember? I don't. Okay, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to try it again. Okay, here we go again. And I changed out the little piece. I put a bigger piece on there, and I kept the dust that I had before. This is probably a good thing. All right, let's do this again. That is not easy. You guys see it smoking? Let's get the bird's nest, put the rest of this stuff in here. Okay, now get this on here without it. Oh no, that blow it out. When I flicked it on, bam, got it. Fire. Oh. Northwest Primate. Wow, have I got respect for you. Holy crap, that's not easy to do. But she's lit. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna go have some water. Okay, I'm rested. Okay, afterthoughts of making the bow drill fire. This rock is really good, but you gotta be really careful because this divot is not deep enough. A little bit deeper would have been great because it's very slippery. So this is the rig that I used. Now I had this before, the spindle. I remember the name now. The spindle, I had this before, so it's super dry. That's definitely a cheat. I made the bow, and I made the plate thing here. Totally saw this on Northwest Primate. He did it with the Y. And yeah, and as for cord, I use the tarred bank line because it doesn't slip. The paracord just, it slips a lot, so that's what I used for that. And the bow part of it is basically the length of my arm with a little bit of a hook at the end, and then I just kept the rope in one piece and just kept wrapping it around. I just got lucky as to the tension. I just made it kind of tight, but not really, and it was able to work no problem. Notched each end of it so that the bank line didn't move. Flattened the Y stick on the top and the bottom. I would probably flatten the bottom a little more because there was a bit of a wobbling effect on my foot. Other than that, it was a matter of trying it twice, and the second time I got an ember. You'll notice the second time when I got the ember, I went to put it on the bird's nest and it flicked, and actually the main ember went on the ground. I lost the ember on the bird's nest, but I was lucky enough to be able to pick up the ember, put it back on, and get it lit. So I have to be way more careful in getting that that ember off of the Y stick onto the bird's nest. As for the bird's nest, it was just dried moss. I took some bark off the tree and broke it up really heavily. A little bit of fatwood powder that I made, and then I used my pants and I scraped my pants. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but if you scrape your pants, you get the residue here. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. And I used a bunch of that on my in the bird's nest as well. And that's pretty much it for the bird's nest. Made sure it was dry. I should have made it tighter. I should have used grasses on the outside and had the fire stuff on the inside, because as it was getting hotter and hotter, it was getting harder to hold. And I probably, if it had been a few more seconds, I would have lost the ability to hold it. So I think a good grass base, like an actual bird's nest, and then the inflammable stuff inside so I can hold on to it a little longer. That's about everything. Northwest Primate, tell me what I did wrong. Let me know what I can change, how I can make it better, other than what I've mentioned, and that'd be awesome. That's it. Now guys, I got the wood cut. That should be enough for this evening. Got lots there in case I need to cut any more, but I'm gonna set up the chair over there and get my SKS on the ground and have myself a Mount Benson. How's that for an action shot? All right. I keep forgetting I have the elastic hooked on. You're totally in the sun, aren't you? I keep forgetting I have the elastic hooked onto the guard here, so that my knife never falls out. And every once in a while, I'm pulling my knife and it's still connected, which is pretty funny. All right, let's open this sucker up. Oh, you guys get to see the sky for a second. All right. Mount Benson's, here we are. Nice and cold from the creek. This is my view. Got the SKS in the ground, ready to go. And I'm just going to sit here and relax and have some beer. I remembered I had this cup, and I remembered also that it's double walled, so the beer will stay colder than if I was holding on to the beer bottle. They sell these at the dollar store now, believe it or not. I saw them this year, not of course with the logo and stuff on there like I have, because my wife did that for me, but yeah, they sell these at the dollar store for like $2 or $3 with the carabiner on it and stuff. Very handy to have. Like I said, it's double walled, so coffee stays hot, beer stays cold. Really handy. Fishing with the pikey suggested that this would be great for a one-handed fire starter, and Fun on Vancouver Island suggested this angle instead of this angle, and I totally agree that that's the best way to go. So let's see if we can get it started. One-handed. My right arm is broken and I need to start this fire. Let's see, put the right there. All right. Okay, so Fun on Vancouver Island, you totally nailed it with the 45-degree angle thing. I tried it off camera on the flat part like I did, didn't work. So score on your side. And fishing with the pikey, one-handed fire starter, great. If I didn't have any two hands, I'd be able to start this no problem. Good job, guys. Okay, we got a couple of ribeye going on here. Fire's going good. And just need to do a little bit of a seasoning thing. Of course, we have the seasoned My son got me. And we'll put a little seasoned salt on there. And a little garlic powder. Let's get these things on the fire. Okay, we got the grill on. Let's get these steaks on. 1, 2. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, that's done really well. Huh. Wow. I really love coming out here. Okay, I'm gonna finish this off, guys. Hey guys, have you ever seen this? Got a bottle. It's 500 milliliters, and you finish it up. And I saw this on a YouTube channel. You can actually crush it up and just put it in your pack. And now you have a 500 milliliter container. It doesn't leak if you do this, believe it or not. And yeah, you can put like 3 or 4 of these, and it weighs nothing. And if you want to reinflate it, you just and then you have a 500 milliliter bottle. Just thought I'd share that with you guys because I thought that was the coolest thing, that you can actually take a bunch of these and put them in the bottom of your pack, and you got 1 liter, 2 liters, 4 liters of containers that doesn't weigh anything. Well, guys, it's coming on to 9 o'clock or so. I'm going to watch a movie and relax. I got the fire going quite nicely. Got lots of firewood. And yeah, I think I'll just relax and watch a movie and head to bed. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I hope you guys learned a couple of things. You know, the bow drill. I'm sure you guys have seen it a million times in other videos, but I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, a couple other things. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning, and you guys take care, and good night. Good morning, everybody. Had a really good night's sleep, and wasn't disturbed at all. A little critter around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but squirrel size, I think. I'm up and about. Got a fire going. Got my kettle on. I moved the 2 metal things over because, as you can see, my rock broke in half. The stove rock, so I dismantled that and doing it the old-fashioned way. Didn't think it would break in half, but I guess it was hot enough last night that I wasn't at the fire when it broke. I must have been out grabbing some wood or doing something. I'm just burning alder yesterday and today. I'm doing that so it's not sparking. We're right at the cusp of having a fire ban, and so it's dry enough that they're just about to do it. So I want to make sure that there's no sparks. So there's the odd little, you just heard a little crackle, but very rarely. It's not like pine or anything like that spits constantly and sparks constantly. And so I'm just being a little more cautious than normal. And so I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to pack everything up. I have some cedar and vanilla leaf tea going here. And when I'm done that, I think I will pack up and get heading. So thank you very much for joining me on Vancouver Island Bushcraft. Really appreciate you coming with me. Something I wanted to show you though, just before I go. This morning I get up and there's a slug right there eating my plate. You can actually see the slug slime on the bottom. right there. He's actually eating the plate. So if you guys are camping and you have paper plates, make sure you put them away in the nighttime, because slugs love paper plates apparently, and you could wake up with a slug or two on your paper plates. So just something else to keep in mind. You guys take care. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me on Vancouver Island Bushcraft. If you've subscribed, great. If you haven't, please do so. Share and like, and you guys take care.